Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know it's been a while. If you're new here, hi, this is Sneha. I absolutely love reading books, and what I love even more is talking about them. I have been meaning to make this video for a while now because I was very excited to talk about my e-reader, my new e-reader. But very honestly, I did not find any time to sit and make this video. Today, finally, I have found a little bit of energy and no need to nap while my son sleeps on this Saturday. So I thought I'll just sit and have a chat. So I think I mentioned on my short that I had a Kindle before for many, many years, and very recently I switched to Kobo. Few people asked me why I decided to make the switch. First, I'll tell you why I decided to buy a new e reader. So, my Kindle, let me open and show you, is a very, very old one. Yeah, it's not charged at this point. Screen is now, I don't know if you guys can see, is quite damaged. Not just externally, but even when I would read, it wouldn't work as smoothly as it should. So basically, it gotten very old. I think I bought this in 2013 or 14. So you know that it's been a very, very long time, more than 10 years. And recently, Amazon also announced that it's not going to support its older Kindle versions anymore. So this is the reason why I wanted a new e-reader in the first place. Now, why I chose Kobo over Kindle. So first, let me get rid of the reasons that I did not consider. First, price point. I don't know about other countries, but in India on Amazon, the basic versions of both Kobo and Kindle were priced almost at the same price. The Kindle Paperwhite as well as the Kobo Black and White. Second, the color variants. I know there have been some comparisons between Kindle Color Soft and Kobo Libra Color. Again, that was not a criteria because I really needed very basic functionality from my e-reader. I should be able to carry multiple books, read multiple books at the time, and it should be portable. So I was obviously going to go for the basic portable versions, black and white portable versions of both the devices. So these are a couple of reasons that were not a part of my consideration. What I basically did to make a decision was watch a few videos, review videos, comparison videos between Kobo Clara Black and White and Kindle Paperwhite. Overall, I found that a certain few functions on Kobo looked slightly better than those on Kindle. Not too much difference, really. But overall, I just wanted to switch things a little bit, so I decided to go for the Kobo. But now that I've started using it, the two things that stand out for me, number one, the on and off button is at the back of the device here in Kobo, whereas in the Kindle, it used to be on the bottom here. Now, what used to happen while I used to read the Kindle is many a times I used to accidentally push the on and off button while reading. Not really a big deal, but if you read on your e reader a lot, especially when you're not at home, when you're commuting, or when you're at a workplace where you're really reading in a hurry, such small inconveniences do make a difference. With Kobo, since it's at the back and also a little bit on the inside of the cover, there's no chance I can accidentally press the on and off button. Number two, side loading of books. This last month, a couple of debut authors reached out to me asking if I would be interested in reading their books. And because they were new authors, all they could send me was an e copy. Now, what would happen with Kindle is I would have to convert that EPUB book into a specific Kindle format book. I don't even remember the name of the format, and email it to my Kindle email ID. It's called Send to Kindle way of doing things. Whereas on my Kobo, I simply had to link it to my phone with the charging wire, and I could just easily transfer the file in less than 10 seconds, and it was on my Kobo. Now, I don't know if this is possible in the newer versions of the Kindle. I did not research. The older version of the Kindle did not have this functionality, so I was really amazed. This has helped me sideload multiple books, and I'm very happy about it. I have to say though that Kindle has been with me for many, many years. With Kobo, it has just been a couple of weeks. So it will be very interesting to see how the device performs in the longer run and whether it serves the purpose for many years to come. As always, before ending the video, I'm going to leave you with my reading update. I'm currently reading two books. My book number two for April was supposed to be Persuasion, so I'm definitely reading that. Apart from that, I'm also reading this arc, Psychopath by Prerna Vadhan. I am around 50% into the book, but I'm so surprised that a debut novel has the ability to hold my attention for so long. And I might also go one step ahead to say it's actually more engaging than most thrillers I've read so far this year. That's all for today. if there are any specific questions you want to ask me regarding my Kindle or my Kobo, please leave them in the comments below. I'll definitely answer them, and I'll see you in the next video.